welcome to the Grizzled Geek in Review for March 1st, 2019. I'm Mike.
It's already the third month.
Third month?
I'm Doug.
Yeah. Shit, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, got me
Not
confused
3
for a
weeks.
minute. Was
Third
I right?
month. We're third month of the year. It's already. We're already.
I know.
Can't believe how quick.
It was just Christmas.
Times go. Yeah.
What happened? I don't know. Feels like it's still winter out there. It's cold. Well, actually, it's weird. It's cold. It's like winter in the morning, spring in about 10 o'clock, and then summer by afternoon. We got to open the windows. Welcome to Arizona. All right, guys. We're here with your weekly wrap-up of nerd news. We take all the nerd news that broke during the week, and we compile it here for you at the end of the week so you can enjoy it all at one place. And this week, the big news, I figured it'd be Captain Marvel news going into Captain Marvel next week.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, they went and dropped a Dark Phoenix trailer on us.
Tax write-off.
Yeah, the tax write-off movie. Yeah, it was debuted last night or the night before. So we got it set for June 7th, right? It was the release date. So it's still it's coming out as of right now. They haven't pulled this. Of course, again, the deal's still not official yet, so Disney really can't pull it yet. So we'll see what happens after that happens.
Yeah.
But they're going to try and make money on this. They might as well. The money's already spent on this. But what was weird is the trailer we got was pretty spoilery. There was, in fact, they kill off a major character in the trailer. That was confirmed by Simon Kinberg that it happened. Mm-hmm. So spoilers, if you don't want to know anything about this movie, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they kill off Mystique right in the trailer. Apparently, it happens
early in the
movie.
Yeah.
So,
which is funny because if they hadn't said that, you don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
the scene is just her blasting her away, and you're like, well, somebody could have caught her,
right?
Or
she was sad. It was like, why'd you make me do that? She was my friend, kind of thing. But there wasn't actually. Yeah, you don't actually see her die, and it was confirmed. Everyone was like, did they just kill Mystique? And Kimber's like, yes, we did.
Yeah. Come on. Well, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence wanted out of that role anyway.
Well, she was out anyway after this movie. But
she's like,
I don't have to put the makeup on for like a couple scenes. Boom.
Yeah.
We killed off. Well, but response to this trailer has been kind of meh. It hasn't been the greatest, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, it's all right. And why? Why do people not care about this movie? It's the last of the X-Men movie, but it's an X-Men movie without a Wolverine.
No Wolverine, yeah.
You're doing a Phoenix Saga story without Wolverine. Right?
Yeah.
And B, it's for a franchise that's about to get rebooted.
Yeah. The assumption is you've got to be that when Marvel gets their hands on it, they'll redo it all.
They're going to redo the whole thing. So it's not. People are like not really excited to be invested in a movie for a franchise that's done. Right?
I don't blame them.
They're like, it ended with Logan. Logan was a great capper on this.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, but I like these. I mean, I like McAvoy as.
I mean,
like Fassbender as Magneto.
Yeah, I don't. The cast is not bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is kind of sad that. It's sad they rushed this through. If you had just kind of sat on it and waited for Disney and Marvel to take over.
They did extensive reshoots for it, right? Thing is, everything we've heard about it is a troubled production. Yeah. That it's not a good movie. We've heard this from insiders, right?
Yeah.
And they're just trying to. I mean, at this point, they've spent all that money on reshoots and everything else. I guess technically Disney didn't spend that money. I mean,
true.
So, I mean, money's already spent. Might as well try and make some money out of it. I mean, people want to see it. I want to see it. So. We'll see what happens there. It's just sad.
My only problem is it's messing up the Jean Grey story one more time. Yeah. Which means
we're not going to get it in Marvel.
Marvel's not going to do that.
Yeah.
They're not going to. If they had not done this, with Marvel's track record, they could have done it right.
Can you imagine a full cosmic,
Dark Phoenix, Phoenix Saga spread over
Skrulls and Kree, the whole bit.
Yeah, with the Shi'ar and everybody. The whole showdown on the moon. Yeah, that all could have happened had they just not done this.
Yeah.
But
now gone back to the well for this one, and again
and made the same mistakes that they made in the other one. It looks like.
Well, Simon Kinberg, the director, is the writer for the worst X-Men movie ever.
Why would you do that? I don't understand.
I don't know. Well,
But all right.
There you have it, folks. Dark Phoenix. Trailer's out there now.
I guess there's some. I'm looking at the news story. The next story flops over or jumps over to flops over. I guess is appropriate with the Aquaman story, DC universe. Then we go back to Marvel. Then we go back to DC. So I guess I'm getting all the DC stuff.
Yeah.
So all right. So Aquaman 2 is announced and gets its official release date, which will be December 16th, 2022.
22.
That is a long
4
development.
years in between.
Yeah, that is longer than I think they should have gone. I think they should have struck while the iron was hot. But it's rumored to feature the Others from the New 52 era, which they were a group of humans that each wielded Atlantean artifacts, which I guess could play into the end scene for the movie. So I wouldn't mind that. On the strange side, there's also a spin-off movie about the Trench, which is weird, that will not feature Momoa or Amber Heard. So it's like, why are you doing it?
That screams like a cash grab to me, right? It was like one of the best scenes of the movie was the Trench scene, right? And everyone's like, everyone likes the Trench scene. We'll just do... Yeah. But about what? If Aquaman's not in it, what's it about?
This is the problem that Warner Brothers has doing the DC universe, is they glom onto these little things that people seem to like and remove it from the context in which people liked it and go, oh yeah, everybody loves the Joker. He's such a great bad guy. Let's give him his own movie. Why? We like the Joker because of Batman and their relationship, not just because he's the Joker. So I
like the Trench because they were,
because they looked cool in the context of the whole Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
But
what's the movie about them without Aquaman? I mean, you gotta have,
I have no idea
somewhere, right?
I got no idea what the.
Yeah, I'm like, it seems kind of weird, but this is a surprise to absolutely no one. A movie makes $1 billion. There's going to be a sequel.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that
the surprising part is how long they're waiting.
I guess they want to do it right. I mean, because they've got it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and it takes a while for that much of an effects-heavy movie. It's more effects-heavy than any of the other.
Yeah, I mean,
it's underwater.
It's no more effects-heavy than a Star Wars movie that they can get out.
Which takes
once a year. They've been doing them once a year. Sure. I mean, and the effects have not suffered for that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure this is because of the schedule.
Their slate of
their
movies.
slate of that's crammed full of other crap that they don't have time for the good stuff. But whatever.
Yeah. Well, all right. Moving back on over the Marvel side, Captain Marvel comes out next week. Super excited about it. But is it being censored? There's censorship involved here. There's a big controversy now about Rotten Tomatoes removing the want to see percentage feature because of a bunch of trolls trying to drag down a movie down, right? Mm-hmm. So before they took it down, it hit 28% on want to see score. It was getting tanked. And there's obviously, I mean, if you don't want to see the movie, that's fine. But they took it down, and it was a feature that I never really liked with Rotten Tomatoes anyway. People that haven't seen the movie going in there and like judging a movie based on what, they haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I have no problem with like reviews of people who've seen it.
Right.
But I don't know. It would seem like but just the timing though. You could tell this was was Disney flexing their muscle, because Star Wars Episode 9 was also getting hit. So it was they were both getting hit, and then they took them down. But the campaign against this movie it's one thing to not want to see the movie. That's fine. There's plenty of people that are going to see this movie. It's a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
It's the lead into Endgame, right? It's an awesome character. Regardless of what you think about Brie Larson and, whatever she says, it's going to be, people are looking forward to this movie.
Right.
But the amount of hate for this movie is crazy. And the next thing is like some of the tweets, some of the fake reviews that went out there have just been crazy, like crazy fake reviews. Like they'll come out there at the Huffington Post, on Twitter, and they'll say stuff like intense violence from, a beheading of gay children, or racial violence, or Carol attacking the gay pride march, or glorifying sex trafficking, or like this crazy stuff, right? There's always this that's in the movie. People have claimed to have seen it. At this point, like less than 100 people have seen this movie, right? And all of a sudden, it's getting this barrage of reviews saying all this crazy stuff happening in the movie, to the point where Zachary Levi, the star of Shazam, the movie, the competition for this movie, the other Captain Marvel, some would say the true Captain Marvel.
The first, at least.
The first, at least, Captain Marvel.
I don't know, I'd say the true, but the first.
Yeah. You should be Captain Marvel. Had actually come out and put a video out basically attacking, or denouncing these crazy reviews, this crazy stuff that's being said about it online, and saying, don't, because all these crazy tweets were pushing people towards Shazam.
Yeah.
See Shazam instead. Don't go to.
Hey, you got an idea? See them both.
See them both, yeah.
They both are going to be good.
Which is very classy of Zachary Levi to come out there, because he is nothing but to gain from that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the competition, right?
Right.
And he came out in defense of Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, and go see, hope the movie rocks. Come out and support, which is cool. A lot of people are saying that he was defending some of the stuff she's saying in interviews, but that wasn't it. It was defending these specific fake reviews.
Well, condemning these.
Defending, the movie against these.
Most of the flack between Marvel and DC is fan based.
Yeah.
When Wonder Woman came out and did super well, Kevin Feige was on saying, "Hey, congratulations! This is a great movie. Glad, happy to see them succeed and stuff like that." Yeah. They all back and forth. Man, maybe they're like, there's a bit of we want to competition. We want to make more money than them, but nobody's like, wanting to tank their movies. Or anything
it only
like
helps if there's competition, if there's good competition, right?
Sure.
If one company is totally failing, like DC was for a while, struggling. It doesn't do any good for the genre. Then you start getting the conversations about, our superhero movies getting old, that kind of thing. If they're both really good, like this last year of movies that we've had, with the Marvel movies and Aquaman coming out and Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, this last year was amazing.
Right.
Right. And it's just fueling it going forward. So that's what you need I want to see them both do well. I like both.
Yeah, I will see them both. I'm curious about them both. I mean, Captain Marvel is a camp character, so I'm not really super upset that they're doing a camp.
Shazam?
Yeah, Shazam. Yeah, I guess you got to be careful on that. Captain Marvel, the Shazam Captain Marvel is a camp character.
Right.
And freaking whatever Brie Larson says, that's her opinion. It's not
the movie,
it's not the writer or the director saying this is what this movie is about.
Right.
This is her personal opinion about what her character means and stuff like that. That's fine. They can have that opinion.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're going into a episode 8 where they have specifically said we're doing this to create a strong female character, where you're looking at the movie going, you're trying to make the male leads look like idiots and stuff like that. None of that is happening with this. Yeah, so
there's no agenda behind the movie or whatever. She's just using this as a platform for her opinions, which is fine. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, it's just people have taken offense to it, and then but this is just crazy. This is going crazy.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Trying to tank a movie like that is just.
If you're out there tweeting stupid stuff that you're making up to try and make controversy, you're an idiot, and you need to get a life.
I think it started off with people just trying to tank it with regular reviews saying it sucked, and then they just got like the internet does, started to one up each other, and they got just crazy.
Clickbait trolling and stuff like that.
It just got crazy.
Well, and there are people who just want to see it all burn down.
Yeah.
They just want to cause chaos, and that's, whatever. They're just sad, pathetic peoples.
Yeah.
All right, let's move over to Batman news. Speaking of sad, pathetic people right now.
Yeah.
All right, so with Affleck out of the Batman movies, there's all kinds of rumors about who's going to put on the cowl next.
Yeah, there's search right now for the...
Yeah, who's going to be our next Batman? Well, there's a lot of people who want the role, but one that's going to make you laugh, made me giggle, is 90s teen heartthrob Joey Lawrence.
Whoa.
Wants the position, and his fans have started a petition. All right.
Joey Lawrence.
Oh, always count on Batman for some either a cry or a laugh. But
you youngins probably won't know who he is, but
and others in the crying part of this news, there's at least 4 villains in this movie.
At least 4 confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
we heard about the Rogues Gallery, right?
Yeah.
Talking about the Rogues Gallery with this movie that they're actually. And we know Penguin's going to be a major player, and hopefully these are in bit roles. Hopefully this is like small.
Most Batman stories, to be honest, have at least 2 villains. You know, there's an A story and a B story, or there's person A is doing the main thing and person B is actually behind it all.
Yeah.
You know, that's a fairly common trope for Batman, but 4, come on. Yeah. Unless they're a team of bad guys like they're not bad. They're not Batman bad guys. The Royal Flush Gang, or somebody like that. You know, so I mean, the rumor was that Zaz No, Zaz was going to be in something else.
And Zaz is in Birds of Prey.
Okay. I mean, he's a cool Batman bad guy.
The Council of Owls or whatever it was, or the Court of Owls.
Court of Owls is a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good new creation. So that one would be cool. Is that going to be in Birds of Prey or in Batman?
There's rumors it was in
both
at one time or another.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We don't know who these bad guys are, just to be clear. There's not confirmed who they are. You're just saying that there's multiple.
I know.
One person said there was 3 that they know of. KG Beast. 3 they know of, and then the next report came out and said there's at least 4.
All right.
So
well.
at least 4. I'm hoping 1 or 2 majors, and then background, maybe an Arkham scene.
Yeah.
That has multiple of them.
Yeah, just hint that they're there.
Yeah.
Or have one of them dispatched right away in the beginning just to establish that, there is a Rogues Gallery. He just beat one of them. Now here's the next.
Are you going to be able to handle Joey Lawrence's Batman?
Oh, no. If Joey Lawrence is cast as this Batman, I would seriously consider not going to see it.
I'm full of Joey Lawrence. He's like in his 30s now, right? Like, you kids will be fine with it. You have no idea who he is.
I have seen nothing in the last 20 years to tell me that his acting has improved at all. So why would I invest in that?
Yeah. Check out the old Blossom series, guys.
Oh, God.
All right.
This actually makes me yearn for your nerd nuggets here. So get going
Nerd nuggets. Here we are. The nerd nuggets, the smaller stories. After the big tease at the end of Titans, which, by the way, I didn't see at first because I didn't watch all the way through the credits. Like at the end of it. I learned later on that there was a end of credits teaser at the end of that. At the end of the teaser, you actually get to see Superboy break out of Cadmus and Crypto. He breaks out Crypto too. So
wait, so was Cadmus in Titans, or they just
show Cadmus
at the end? Oh, that's pretty cool.
You hear like screaming and stuff breaking, and then it shows like somewhere in Metropolis. And then it's in Cadmus Labs. Okay. You never get to see his face. You just get to see his body, and he is buff in that series, in that clip.
Yeah.
But the guy that they hired, they got an actor now, an Australian actor, unknown Australian actor, Joshua Orphan.
Yeah.
And look at a picture of this guy. He's got to bulk up a lot to match that. Whoever they had the body double.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was like buff, so he's gonna be like the angsty teen Superboy. Hopefully he gets like the '90s fade cut and a leather jacket. This is the clone of Superman.
Yeah.
Superboy. And Superboy.
How is that gonna fit in the Titans? The Robin Hood versus Batman theme of Titans.
I don't know what they're doing next. I don't know what they're doing. I know that he's gonna run afoul of the Titans, and then there's gonna be obviously a clash, and then he's gonna join them. Obviously, well, he was a Teen Titan at one. Superboy.
Yeah.
So, it fits, and in fact, they got Crypto and Superboy in it. I'm excited about it.
All right, the Hellboy reboot is confirmed as rated R, which it pretty much has to be. So that's good.
And they wanted to further differentiate themselves from the Ron Perlman Hellboy. By going with a different tone. Mm-hmm. They're purposely trying not to act like Ron Perlman. I wanted a different take on him because
I don't know. He's being pretty humorous in that trailer I saw.
He is true. This is a rough one because it was a studio decision, right? It's not like any of these guys' fault that they didn't get the third one of the Hellboys, and they're rebooting a beloved franchise, right? People that really like the Ron Perlman. He was a great Hellboy, and so they're having to redo it. when there was nothing wrong with the other one. So it wasn't like they had like a crappy Hellboy and
Right. Yeah.
you know they had 2 good ones and then a reboot. So
Yeah, it's weird.
all right.
Teaser.
The teaser at the end of Endgame so the Avengers Endgame movie, the end credit scene,
Right.
little teaser, will entirely depend on whether or not the Fox Disney deal goes through, which has got me excited because that means it's either Fantastic Four or X-Men or Silver Surfer or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So they tease that. They're like, well, what they're going to do will entirely depend on whether the deal goes through or not. Now, it should. It should have gone through in January, but Brazil held it up because of the concerns about the sports monopoly with Fox. But
okay.
Everything's signed now. Everything they're expected to sign soon. They've worked out the deal, so they have to wait 10 days after the deal's signed for it to be official, just to make sure everything's done. So they're predicting mid-March. So unless there's another snag in the way, but Brazil was the last holdout. So now there's a lot going into when you have like a multinational corporation conglomerate like this. And if that happens and we get the okay mid-March, you're going to probably see a ton of stuff happen really quickly, right?
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not the Dark Phoenix still
it's
still coming out June 7th or not.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with New Mutants? We'll probably get announcements, or whether they both go to Disney Plus or whatever, or something like that for
who knows?
whatever happens to those movies. I still think I believe Dark Phoenix at this point. Dark Phoenix is going to come out in theaters, but I do not think the New Mutants.
Yeah. All right.
If we see it at all, it'll be on the streaming service.
Okay.
Maybe Hulu, because it's not. They don't want anything dark, R-rated on Disney Plus.
Sure. Yeah. True.
So they'll probably go on. That's why they have Hulu. So
they
can put the R-rated stuff or mature stuff over there.
Yep.
But yeah, so hopefully mid-March we'll find out, and then if that happens, so I'm sure they've already had stuff filmed, right? And there's whether or not they can use it or not.
Sure. Yeah.
They can't officially use it until the deal goes through.
I would assume that there's stuff in place already. All right. Last of the small stories. Gun Suicide Squad will be a complete reboot now, as Will Smith is not returning.
Yes. Well, they've already said what they're doing is they're going complete. They're not working on a shared universe right now. Their goal is individual movies, so they're not forcing stuff to fit in. In fact, Shazam is probably going to be the last one that actually has references
to others,
to other movies and stuff like that. So everyone else will be solo on their own because, well, they got to replace Superman. They're replacing Batman.
Yeah,
you know?
True. Yep.
And they don't want to replace Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
Yeah.
So what happens when you got a universe where you got 2 guys are working, 2 guys are not, and they're all supposed to exist in the same universe? Well, we just get rid of that shared universe and focus on solo movies. So yeah, James Gunn's came in and cleaning house. His Suicide Squad is going to be completely new. Yeah, we figured, how are you going to get rid of Margot Robbie and Will Smith? So they like Margot Robbie. They just took her out, and she's got her own thing going on now with Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
So she's still Harley Quinn, but just not in.
And that's the weird thing is because Harley's a big presence in Suicide Squad now, I believe, in the comics.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
Well, with the mandate of focusing on individual movies and not a shared universe, she could be in Suicide Squad, just not Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if they're recasting,
I don't want that.
Yeah,
if they're going to recast,
well, they're going to have Deadshot. Deadshot's a major character in there too, right? If they don't have Deadshot and they don't have Harley Quinn,
I don't know what they're doing.
Right? Or are they going to have them and just not Will Smith and Margot Robbie?
Who knows?
In Gunn, I trust though. I think he's the right man for this ensemble, and I'm more excited to see it than I was a second Suicide Squad movie based on the first one.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Suicide Squad all that much, so I don't know what the other iterations of the team are that he can go with. I really hope he doesn't recast those. That would feel
wrong.
Yeah. So. I mean,
definitely feel alienated and not part of the main universe.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with them focusing on individual movies and not the shared universe, but I don't want them to mess with the shared universe at the same time. You know, they can do it where it's not. Mm-hmm. They don't have to depend on it or don't have to build up the other stuff, but not have to tear down what they built.
Right. Yeah.
All right, and for our last feature here, we're going to talk a little bit about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. This week they actually opened it up to press. Got to go in, got to ride the rides, eat at the cantina. So we've heard about a lot of this stuff that's coming out. So we figured we'd put everything we know together for you right here and talk about it because this is something Doug is super excited about.
Yeah.
The more I hear about this, the more it sounds awesome. So the area at Disneyland is going to be the Black Spire Outpost.
Yes.
On a planet named
Batu. Yep.
Okay.
And it is canon. Batu is canon. It has appeared in multiple sources. It's been referenced. So
yeah,
you know,
there's so many. What I'm finding out from the visits is there's so many little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
From all over the Star Wars universe in this area, that's just awesome, right?
Yeah.
So
and this is current sequel trilogy timeline that you're in when you're in that, and it is an immersive experience. You are supposed to be at the Black Spire Outpost.
Yeah,
there's things happening around that
all the shops are everyone's in character. All the cast is they're all dressed in Star Wars attire.
Yeah.
Tell us about the rides, Doug. What do you?
There's two rides. There's the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, which is you all take you go in as a group or as part of a
6 at
group.
a time.
You all have pilot, co-pilot, gunner, whatever.
Yeah.
And what happens on the ride? I don't know how they're going to do this in Disneyland. In Disney World, at least, you have magic bands, which so. I don't know if it's going to be part of there is a My Disney Experience app that I think that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called in Disneyland. But anyways, there's an app that you can use but in theory, what happens on the ride follows you out into the outpost.
Oh,
so
nice.
that if you crash the Falcon, you crash land the Falcon, people will reference that to you as you're going through.
That's awesome.
Or people might get mad at you because you did something on the ride, or they might send bounty hunters after you or something like that in the park. Now, I don't know how much of this is Disney World versus Disneyland. It would be way easier to do in Disney World.
Yeah.
Because they can,
the
magic bands allow you to interact with things and stuff. So that's the first one. The other one is the Rise of the Resistance, which a much longer attraction. I don't exactly know what the vehicle for the ride is, but there's
it shows a cart vehicle where it's got a whole bunch of people in a cart and they go through along a track. And they said it is the longest ride attraction like this that they've ever done. So,
longest time period?
Longest time, yeah.
Which is saying a lot because there are, depending on what they count as a ride-based attraction, I mean, Pirates is 10 or 12 minutes.
Right. They look at the same kind
others.
of carts like the Indiana Jones ride has, only done up in the Star Wars speeder thing.
At some point, I think it's in the queue, there's a full-size AT-AT. AT-AT.
Actually, it shows them you go between the legs. Part of you're running from an attack.
Oh, okay.
And there's two full-size AT-ATs, AT-ATs.
Yep. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and just there is available online from multiple sources. Maybe we'll link some down. Fresh Baked, he's a Disney blogger. He's got some. There was a news chopper that flew over Galaxy's Edge, so he stops it and zooms in. He goes, "That's this little thing. This is this ride entrance and stuff." Yeah. There's a full-size Millennium Falcon. There's a couple of full-size X-wings, an A-wing. You can see all of the different buildings. It looks like it's going to be amazing.
Right. All right. So as part of the immersive experience here, like I said, all the cast is going to be in different Star Wars outfits and stuff like that. But there's going to be some familiar faces in there. So on screen, on the rides, all the ones from the current movies, Rey, Kylo, Finn, Poe Dameron, you'll see them, all the actors. But walking around dressed up, you'll see Nine Nub, the co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon, Return of the Jedi, Chewbacca. There's going to be porgs everywhere. There's going to be BB-8 rolling around. Now, what's weird is some people have said that they've seen Finn walking around. Now, I don't know how they did that. Obviously, it's not.
Yeah. Well, the same way you've got, the Star-Lord for Guardians.
Oh, do
Star
they?
Lord and Nebula
does he
do a
have a
dance
mask?
party. No,
Oh, just okay.
they just find somebody
just
who
have an
looks
actor.
relatively close to them.
Got it.
And have them
So
be
yeah,
that
so it'll be a live
character.
action. So it'll be a Finn
Yeah.
on screen, and then a live action Finn out
All right,
walking
yeah,
around.
cool.
And then there highly detailed animatronics. Disneyland is famous for their animatronics.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of these that are way ahead of the President's Ride from back when I was a kid. And one of my favorites is for the Millennium Falcon ride, because the Millennium Falcon has been stolen by Hondo.
Oh, yeah.
Hondo from the Clone Wars.
All
so
right.
he's the animatronic character that's going to lead you on that mission in the
Okay.
Millennium Falcon. So, and his animatronics are amazing.
Cool.
So here's the first time we actually see someone from the cartoon, the Clone Wars, live
Cool.
action.
No, he was in Rebels too.
That is in route, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
so-
But still, a cartoon to real life.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
cool.
awesome. But also, there's a fan favorite. If you're a longtime Disney fan, you'll recognize DJ Rex, who was the original pilot of Star Tours,
Yeah.
is the DJ in the cantina.
Nice.
There. So DJ Rex is going to be there spinning tunes for all the for you at the cantina.
Which means they were going to take, presumably they'll take him out of Star Tours, the
Yeah.
Star Tours ride, because he's currently in there,
Yeah.
like shut down. But they'll probably take him out then. So that's cool.
That's pretty awesome. There's and Doc Ondar, who is like one of the Hammerhead guys. He was in Solo apparently.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is going to be a first for Disneyland. He's going to be an animatronic merchant. He's actually going to run a stall there,
Oh.
so you can actually buy from him.
Nice. All right, that's cool.
And he's completely animatronic. He's if you want a Hammerhead alien from
Okay.
Thorian. They're called Thorians.
Thorian, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's going to be total immersion. You're going to be in the Star Wars world. I can't wait to check this out. This is
Yeah, I
pretty
wish
awesome.
I could go as soon as it opens, but it is going to be crazy.
yeah.
I'm going to wait at least a year before I go to this
Yeah,
thing, because it is
sadly.
going to just. Yeah, I would love it if I were in the position to go and just brave the crowds and
Yeah.
like spend a whole day just trying to figure that out.
But it's going to be
But-
crazy.
It's going to be insane.
I mean, they walk the whole thing. There's shops you can buy. I mean, there's a creature shop where you can buy all kinds of the Star Wars creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They all make noise. There's a kyber crystal vendor, and you build your own lightsabers.
All right, okay.
I mean, yeah, they have that over it. But
yeah, it's Star Tours. Yeah,
Star
the gift
Tours now.
shop, yeah.
But they have Olga's Cantina. It's like a big. There's gonna be aliens sitting in a cantina and stuff like that. It's a
Nice.
restaurant and bar. Just
Okay.
check out some of the drinks that they've already released the menus now for the
They're
place.
supposed to have blue milk.
They do have blue milk with a cookie in it.
Oh yeah, nice. There you go.
So
All right.
yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan, man, you're in luck because
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
it is
I
going to be
can't
awesome.
wait.
So there you have it, folks. Sorry, a little bit longer than usual, but we wanted to break down all the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge
Mm-hmm.
information, and yeah,
And in 2 years, I'm gonna do the Disney World hotel, the hotel at Disney World, and I'll do a thing on that.
oh nice.
I'll do a blog on
There
that.
we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Well, there you have it, folks. The news for the week. We'll be back again next week with more nerd news. Please like, share, subscribe with your friends. Subscribe with your friends. Subscribe. Share with your friends.
There you go.
Subscribe with them too. Get your
Yes.
friends to subscribe.
Yep.
It's all
Twist
good.
their arms.
And if
Family.
you want to support the channel and the things that we do here, you can do so a number of ways.
Yeah, they're all in the description down below.
Yep.
There's a link to our Teespring store. You can get shirts like the Grizzled Geek shirt here.
Yep.
You can click on our Amazon affiliate link, do your Amazon shopping through that. We'll get a small kickback. Doesn't cost you anything extra. Or you can check us out on Patreon and support us on an ongoing basis. And very soon, we will be coming up with some new content there.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.